Yep.
John? Here. Sarah?
Here.
Pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Need a motion for the consent agenda.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Public input. This is time and place for discussion items not already on the agenda with a time limit of 3 minutes each. Alright. Discussion possible action in reference to 2023 Sauerkraut Days Event Committee requests.
In your packet, you should have all the requests from the Sauerkraut Committee, but Jerry Boots is here to go over some of that tonight.
So as you see there, pretty much everything's per usual, what we've normally done over the past with road closures for the 5K, the parade, car show, and obviously Main Street and the park for Thursday night. Really the only new thing this year is we are helping the Park and Rec Department with their softball tournament. I think we're gonna give them some wristbands, help them check IDs, and we're gonna inventory beer for them that they would be selling out of there under our permit. Our insurance already covers the park and downtown, we discovered, for the entire weekend. We're just adding a second location to our beer permit. So it's like $100 cost. So instead of the city or the park and Rec having to get their own insurance and permits and all that stuff, we're trying to help them out doing that.
We thank you for that. Appreciate that.
Have we got any questions for Jerry?
How is planning going? Good?
Yeah,
Good.
I'd say we're pretty much there.
Good.
Just got a question.
Not on their sheet, but having Coach Smith's retirement party, I guess, in the beer tent on Saturday. We were informed, so it sounds like that's, and we're working with them to try to make it
Sure.
successful.
Sure.
We're gonna staff up the beer tent and have more food ready and maybe move the wrestling off into Saturday or something, but try to make it successful for them.
All right.
You still need a few more volunteers, grillers.
Food tent on Saturday is a little tight, and a lot of people have things going on, some people get tired of doing it every year. But yeah, we would be happy to have.
Let me know what hours are available. I have an event out there in the morning, but the afternoon, evening.
Have a graduation party on
I
Saturday.
am. Your relatives. Yeah.
It would be probably from like 5 o'clock on
Okay.
for the food
Yeah.
tent.
Just let me know.
By afternoon
Yeah.
for grilling.
Let me know. I can always.
Yeah, I mean, we're still a few weeks away and we
Yeah.
really haven't for the call.
Yeah,
yet.
right. But if you need that call, let me know. You got my digits, so. All right.
We got anything else for Jerry?
Yeah. This 7 o'clock Thursday, when you did East Main Street, is that, did you check with the hair people and stuff?
The who people?
The hair people? The businesses?
Businesses. I don't think we go door to door check with them. I mean, it's the road, we usually close the road at noon on Thursday, Main Street, and then Washington on Friday. That's what we've typically done.
We can get something put out if you want.
Well, it's just, it seems like a time change,
Yeah.
so they can't park in the morning now.
Yeah, we can put some up.
Anybody else?
Here, I've got one. As always, the fence at the park, I'm assuming you guys want that to remain up.
Yeah, for fireworks.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you guys talked about that at all as far as taking it down?
We have not.
Okay. And I meant to reach out to
That's
Gary.
usually a last minute thing.
Yeah, it's no big deal. We'll figure it out, but we will start. I know 2 years ago, or it could have been last year, we ended up pushing our season back a week, but right now we're scheduled to start the first week of school,
Yeah.
so.
And we will take a few sections out
Yep.
so you can do your proper configuration of the softball field.
Yep. Okay.
somehow on Sunday or Monday we'll be taking.
Yeah.
What was the walking tour that you guys just posted online?
I might defer that to John.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's, the Historic Preservation Commission is doing a free walking tour. I was gonna mention that at the end of my comments. It's at 7 o'clock, meeting over here at Lincoln Square, and it's the free one. The one the county is going to be doing later, there's a cost to that. Is anybody interested in the history of downtown Lisbon?
Anybody else got anything?
No?
We need a motion for all the stuff they want.
I make a motion to approve everything that has been brought to us by the Sauerkraut committee.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you guys. Thank you for your,
Thank you.
Thank you and good luck.
Is that this year's shirt?
no, this is last year's.
Oh, okay. I don't remember seeing it last
I
time.
can give you a sneak preview of this year. If you like pink. They will be pink.
It will be pink.
Bulk item day report.
Christina?
Pretty much have it 99% completed on there. The only thing that's pending still is our refund back for the iron and metal, which will bring the cost down then. I expect it to be comparable to last year, so then this year will actually end up being a little cheaper than last year's cost. We did have decreased amount of trash that went to the city shop area and an increase in weight that came for the electronics this year, so. Though I would have honestly thought it was gonna be the opposite if you'd have seen it that day, but we had a good amount of volunteers that came. I pulled in all my sons to come help because they're free labor, they just cost me donuts, so. It was a good day. We do wanna look into trying to do a hazardous day, just because we had so many people wanting to get rid of light bulbs and batteries that day, and we didn't have that, so that might be something that we look into.
And next year, to see if they do the hazard, if they bring the group in or.
They will not do it on a Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, so we would have to look into doing it like on a Friday or something, but that's what we mean by like maybe an extra day or bring them in the Friday before or something, but it is something that Marcia and I want to try to organize.
Sounds good. Any questions? Set public hearing for fiscal year 24 budget amendment number 1 for September 11th, 2023.
So this is obviously budget amendment number 1 for the current budget. Obviously, with all the construction projects going on, it's nearly impossible to pinpoint exact funds from one year to the next. So this will be to square that up as well as any other items that come up between now and then.
I'll make a motion to set the public hearing for September 11th.
September 11th.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Discussion, possible action in reference to payment estimate number 1 to Butteris Construction for Fire Department Drive and City Hall sidewalk project.
All right, so Greg submitted this on Friday. It went to the engineer. If you recall, this was a bid process for 3 bids. He won the bid, was awarded the bid at the payment of $36,173. The bill that he submitted, I sent to B&K. However, this I think is the first time he's done a bid project like this. So, for example, he's got square footage on his quantity, and his original quote had square yards. So you guys have already approved the money. What I'm looking for now, because they did not get through all this because of the changes like that needed to be made. If you're willing to do so, it's already approved to pay him, as long as the engineer okays the payment not to exceed $15,933 for the work that's completed so far. I would like to see you get paid for that. If you don't feel comfortable with that, I can bring it back. The only issue is
It's 3 weeks.
we have a 3-week break before the next meeting. So
Were errors made, or was it properly converted from square yards to square feet?
So if you look at on his invoice,
Yeah.
okay, so the bid sheet is done this way, so removal of pavement, so he's got labor costs in here. Well, that's already figured into his unit price. So what he needs to do is his removal of concrete, is he's got here on his bid, or they have square yards. He's got square feet. So he needs to put how many, under the quantity, how many feet of square yards that he took out, and then at that unit price, and give the total.
So all the concrete guys around here use square feet.
Oh, they do?
Yes. All the big concrete companies use square yard. So it got put out as a bid under square yards. So he just forgot he made that conversion, so.
It's gonna,
It's gonna come out the same. It's gonna be,
It's
yeah.
9 feet for a.
Yes,
for-
yeah.
it's gonna be basically this thing instead of square feet, it's gonna be square yards.
Yeah, I have no doubt that
But
it's
that's
gonna
no
be
problem
fine.
saying.
Council's
The
already.
bottom number will be the same, so that's really good.
At the end of the day, the 36,173, unless there's a change order that comes to you, or that you're made aware
That
of.
we'd have to be made aware of and approved. if
Correct.
Necessary.
Yep. So, other than that, the bottom line's gonna all factor out to the same, but I wanna make sure that V&K is good with it, but once they are, I feel it's okay to pay, but that's your
Yeah,
guys' call.
I don't want to make him wait any longer.
No, I don't
It's
either.
his cash, so.
Make a motion, we abandon.
I second that motion.
A motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Correspondence,
I do not have anything tonight.
Wow.
city engineer,
I'll do his with mine.
okay, public work.
We're getting real close to moving to the other side of 30 for, stay out of the way for Sauerkraut Days. We're hoping the rest of Market between Walnut and Washington gets poured tomorrow for the curb, and they're trying to get the asphalt in here later on this week to get all that asphalt poured back. We have to do a temporary shutdown of Jackson Street to make the connection there. It was, I felt, not in our best interest to shut down Washington and Jackson when Washington Street was closed down. So that's why we're going back over there to finish that up. They got most of the services in between here and Jefferson. So hopefully by end of this week, first part of next week, all the construction stuff should be on the other side of 30. And then we're just here dressing everything up for the weekend. That's it.
So, we got anything for Travis? Parks and Rec,
As you know, we have registrations for flag football and soccer going on now. Those are, or will be finalized the 4th, it's a Friday of August. We'll start the first week of school for both flag football and soccer. I haven't taken a look at our numbers, but usually they start piling in towards the end of the deadline, so I'm sure we'll see quite a few come in the next 2 weeks. Working to get volunteers for the concession stand down at the park for softball. We've gotten quite a few so far, just to help with serving of alcohol and food during that. Yep, I will. We've had a good couple, or some people reach out already offering to help out, so we're planning Thursday, Friday, Saturday right now for that. To try to avoid, the movie in the park that we're putting on Wednesday at dark, around 9 o'clock it'll start. We're showing Super Mario Bros. We put it out on Facebook, and that was definitely the popular one. It sounds like it's new. I don't really watch a whole lot of movies, but it sounds like they even charged a little bit extra because they weren't supposed to put it on their website when they did. So we're lucky we got it, but it was definitely a favorite. So other than that, I will be meeting with the Nature Park Board to discuss naming of the Nature Park. And after I talk to them, I'll take it to my Park and Rec Board, and then we'll bring that in front of you guys for a final decision. And then continuing to work on the sponsorship program for the sports complex.
anybody got anything for Drayton?
Well, I think we're gonna try to fit Thursday, Friday, Saturday for the softball, right?
That's our try. Teams are gonna dictate whether we play
We've
Wednesday.
got 4 teams right now. I'm assuming we're gonna get at least 8, maybe not, but we'll see what happens, so. But will that make a difference as far as?
No, we were planning on Wednesday.
Yeah, and I talked to Jerry about that. I told him that we weren't for sure if we would start Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I
so.
told Jerry to plan just solely on Thursday,
Yeah.
I was gonna do my best not to be there Wednesday.
Well, we'll keep you guys posted.
Police department,
Nothing beyond what's in the report?
ambulance,
I don't have anything for me tonight.
fire chief,
I do not have fire chief stuff
city administrator.
tonight. I just want to mention to the Sauerkraut Committee, a big thank you. Jerry and I started talking 3 or 4 months ago, and you know, you guys talked last year about how important the softball tournament was at the park, and we worked diligently to get that back. It is back, and I thought it was we kind of put our brains together to figure out how to, you know, make this profitable for everybody. The beer license and the insurance, everybody kind of came together for the greater good, and I think it's pretty cool that they did that. So kudos to your guys' staff for doing that and for
They
great.
did take a little persuasion, but
You know.
we're all on the right page.
Had a couple meetings with some developers again. Christina and I, Dave from B&K, met with Maggie, our financial advisor from Spear. That's reference some TIF funding for those projects, so we're starting the ball rolling there. I'll keep you updated as I get information in, but that's, we're making progress there. Also, Drayton and I had a conference call with YTT. They're getting the bids put together. If you remember, I updated last time for the diamonds. It was my goal by August 1st to have this completed. Hopefully putting bids out the 1st of September. I feel pretty confident on where we're at with that. I'll keep you updated as we go along, but they know where my timeline is for that. So, started working on the budget amendment today. Working with our attorney and V&K. Alliant needs an easement agreement over for the sports complex so that they can run the power into the complex and down the street. So that goes through the easement. So we're working to get that completed. That should be done hopefully by the end of the week, and then they can start their work. Downtown reinvestment has been passed on to historic preservation. They had 4 applicants so far. And again, for anybody, just because there's no deadline, so it's a continual thing. So if you know somebody or somebody wants to apply, they're still able to apply based on the funds available. I also have a meeting coming up here in a couple weeks with Joe Jennison in reference to the Lisbon grant. I believe that's a $5,000 grant to a business within the community for upgrades. Had our IT company, Access Systems and Tyler Technologies, met with them in reference to our servers and just making sure that when our systems need to be updated and all that we're doing it so it's sporadic and not a big chunk of change all at once. So we're sitting in a pretty good place, and we just purchased a Microsoft server last year with excess funds that we had, so we're sitting pretty good there. The audit started today, so Christina's been very busy all day with that. It should be done probably tomorrow or the next day at the latest. So, then last thing, just as I said last time, both Brecky, V&K, Travis, the folks at Q3 that have been doing the Alliant gas line work, everybody is fully aware that I want everything that impacts Sauerkraut Days to be made whole. The only thing that I can't guarantee the grass to grow because it won't rain. So we are still watering. It's coming. I mean, you can see it. It's not as bad as it was, but anyway, I think we're sitting pretty good. I feel a little bit more comfortable. Oh, I also told Greg about City Hall. I wanted that back to normal too. So I feel pretty confident with where we're at and having that all made whole. So I would be happy to answer any questions you have.
Brandon? Christina?
I have finished the outstanding obligations report that was due by the end of, or by December 1st. I have finished the unclaimed properties reports. I did get a few of them, but I post them online like Great Iowa Treasure Hunt does. Day 2 coming up tomorrow of the audit, and then I will be out of the office the rest of this week at Academy for my clerk's school, so I'll return next week.
Anything for Christina? Nate?
Don't have really anything other than just thanking everyone for the hard work they do around here. I saw Drayton and was it the 2 temps for the summer help
Yeah,
across the
probably.
street today at lunchtime? And, yeah, Travis, everything you and your team does to keep things going. I think the city's looking great. I can speak from experience. Our streets are far smoother than they are in Italy and Rome. Good job on that. And, yeah, I can't wait for Sauerkraut Days. It's gonna be a good time. So,
Good.
Just want to congratulate the boys and girls who state tournament. Congratulations on over them. That's all I
John?
Southeast Lynn's gonna have a program on mental health, August 8th, a Tuesday, from 4:30 to 6 with refreshments starting at 4. And the following day, on Wednesday, the 9th of August, is the distribution for the free school supplies for the Lisbon and Mount Vernon school districts. That's all I have.
Sarah?
I would also like to congratulate the boys and girls softball and baseball teams. They had a great performance this year. Also, what else did I want to say? There was something else. And Doug, deepest sympathies to you and your family.
Thank you.
We're all thinking about you. And that's all I have.
I don't have any. Congratulations to softball and baseball teams. Also, I think it's August, you can file for being on city council or the mayor. We've got 2 openings for city council and 1 for mayor. I think the filing's in August, at the end of August. And I think it's all online, they get the paperwork, so.
Do you have to live in the city limits
To be mayor,
to be on the council?
yeah. That's it. Meeting adjourned.